conference rivals reunite, and tonight the stakes are as high as they can get. It's Darien and New Canaan. It's the 2021 FCAC Field Hockey Championship. The top two seeds in the regular season, and someone will be walking away with a title to their name. We welcome you to Jack Casagrande Field on the campus of Brian McMahon High School for Championship Thursday in the FCAC. Pleasant good evening, everybody. Braden Schenk joined alongside me, the Wesleyan field hockey product, Clara Ambrose. And Clara, we were here on Tuesday, saw two great semifinals and a championship that could be even more exciting.
Yeah, I think we were really pleased with the level of play on Tuesday, and very, very close games. The first game going into a double overtime. The second game also very close between Darien and Staples with a 2-1 win for Darien. I think the pace here is going to be extremely high. Energy's high. Looking forward to a really great game.
It is Darien and New Canaan. New Canaan, the 1 seed, going 16-0 on the regular season. Darien, the number 2 seed, their one lone loss coming to New Canaan. Teams are lined up, ready to go. Darien will start with the ball in their road blue jerseys because they're the lower seed, actually the higher seed, and New Canaan in their home whites. All season leading up to this moment, and we are underway. New Canaan moving from left to right on your screen. Darien moving from right to left. Early, an interception there to Raina Johns. Darien trying to turn it over here to their offense.
Quick triple team here on New Canaan's side. New Canaan wins the ball.
New Canaan will restart it here. Bennett just outside of the circle and bringing it in is Shu. Retreats it back, stopped by Darien. Just 40 seconds in, fast-paced already. Should be a good night for some field hockey, and it should continue all night. Darien with the restart, getting it back to Casey Benoit.
New Canaan trying to put some pressure right deep in the circle.
New Canaan with it. Little lift there, staying with it. Passing it over to Parsons Hills. Gets it out to midfield. Darien trying to intercept it here. Stop there, and Darien will now come on offense. Stockdale with it. And stopped by New Canaan. The whistle will keep it with the blue wave. Stockdale will get it to Blake Wilkes, and she will hit it to New Canaan. Darien Stockdale. Right back to her on the give and go. Gets it to Hapgood. Ryan Hapgood shot and wide of the net. Past the end line going to the Rams.
Yeah, it could have been a pass as well, and just a lot of speed on that.
Stockdale with the interception.
Turned by Shauna Ferraro, and a player down here. I think it was Molly Mitchell.
Kate Bach with it, and
just
the whistle.
Jane Holland with the ball here, over on right back. See if she can transfer that ball.
Kane moving it around. Stopped by Darien. Staying with the blue wave. Stockdale strikes it. Nice defense from Gilio. Off the stick. Blake Wilkes will return it in play. Stopped by New Canaan there. Despite the whistle, Gilio will strike it in for the Rams. Stockdale with it, just shy of the attacking 25. Sends this one in. Once again stopped by Gilio. Some action on that far side of the field. Lift it up, and Darien will try their luck once again.
That was just a tackle from behind, so it's going to remain a Darien ball. Just at the 25-yard line, outside.
Whistle staying with the blue wave. Maddie Holt Quick resumption. Sends it into the circle. Stockdale with it. Being double teamed by New Canaan. And New Canaan will clear it out thanks to the whistle.
Yeah, Stockdale doing some nice stick work down at the baseline. She's known to have some very good 3D skills.
Ashley Stockdale, just a sophomore. So still 2 more years for head coach Mo Minikis in the Blue Wave.
Okay, Bach with the ball here, just a freshman.
Bach passes it to Stockdale, gets it back to Holt.
Molly Mitchell just trying to battle with the ball.
This one's in. Darien with the opportunity. McGuckin keeps it in, puts the shot up. Off the hand of Gilman, the blocker. And a swing and a miss there. Canaan will turn it over.
Out.
A high shot from the Blue Wave. Gilman stuck her blocker up to make the save.
Zoe Bennett, safe pass back to Jane Holland. Let's see how they can outlet here.
After the whistle, New Canaan will resume it.
Game is certainly already pretty physical. Let's see how this is going to play out.
This one's an opportunity, and the whistle will call it off. Good shot from Hapgood, but the whistle's going to count it off. Canaan now trying to flip the field, stopped by Darien. Stockdale retreats it to Benoit. Ferraro was fighting for it. Reed had the effort for it. Canaan with the restart. Risky pass there, but New Canaan's going to come away with it.
And Zoe Bennett's nice speed here.
Bennett passes it past Barron.
There's Molly Mitchell. And a little bit of physical there. No call.
Referee made it very clear with the no call, waving her hands. Canaan will restart it at the 45-yard line. Tried to pass it to Ferraro, intercepted by Darien Wilkes. Past McGuckin and past Bach to New Canaan. Bennett trying to send the through ball to Barron.
And Redrup pressing and just hits her leg, so it's Darien ball.
Whistle keeping it with New Canaan.
New Canaan's going to have it just around the 20-yard line. So it needs to travel 5 before it can go into the circle.
Parsons Hills makes a move, stays with it, dribbling.
Nice stick work, just a really powerful player.
And another whistle staying with New Canaan. Quick restart from Bennett. Tries to send it into the circle, knocked away by Johns and knocked out of bounds. Now Zoe Bennett, the Johns Hopkins commit, will shoot that one. And once again, we'll stay with New Canaan. Ref gonna push her back.
Back down to Jane Holland. Just touched. Okay. New Canaan ball again. Here comes Zoe Bennett.
Bennett dribbling with it. Trying to clear it out. Kept in by Jane Holland.
Transfer out to Kira Cooney's got the ball now. Tried to get it over to Polly Parsons Hills. She has the ball now.
Parsons Hills strikes it. And New Canaan will be awarded with the penalty corner.
So you notice here that the ball went directly into the circle. That's because the foul occurred outside the 25, so the ball didn't need to travel 5 yards. So Polly just sent a direct ball straight in the circle, and they're fortunate to get a corner here.
Molly Mitchell will be the inserter. New Canaan scored a goal in the semifinals off of a penalty corner thanks to Shauna Ferraro. They're going to look to do the same. Mitchell lines up. She inserts it. Over to Parsons Hills. Pass over to Bennett. Puts the shot up. And the whistle will clear it out. In net for the Blue Wave tonight, the junior Lindsay Darby. Didn't have to mention her name a whole lot on Tuesday. She did have a solid game. Benoit, aerial ball, all the way up to McGuckin, overshoots her, fighting for it. Gilio will pass it right back on that far sideline. Sends the through ball.
Both teams working really, really hard on putting that pressure with their forwards. You can just see the speed and how they're shifting. It's very intense.
The stakes are very high tonight. The winner will walk away with an FCAC championship. There wasn't a tournament last year, so all the more anticipation for tonight's match. Canaan with the restart. Retreats it. Canaan moving.
Kirakuni trying to find that pass to either Polly Parsons or to Shauna Ferraro.
Whistle will be turning it over to the Blue Wave. Maddie Holt sends the aerial ball. Stopped by New Canaan. Grabbed by Stockdale. Stockdale now dribbling with it. Brings it into the attacking 25. And quickly turned away by New Canaan. Benoit sends it to Stockdale.
Darien with the corner.
Darien will try their luck with the penalty corner. Their first of the night. Senior captain Maddie Holt will be trotting over to the hash to insert it. Holt with the insert. Wilkes gets it over, sends the shot up, stopped by New Canaan. The defense doing a great job, not letting it get to Gilman.
Both teams doing pretty well in defending on these corners. Blake tried to get a nice flick in there, but unfortunately it didn't go in. Another corner for Darien.
Holt will go right back to the end line. Darien's going to try for a second time on the penalty corner. Johns Hapgood, Wilkes, Bach, and McGuckin around the circle. Stockdale right behind her, right behind them. Holt with the insert. Finds Johns. Johns puts the shot up. Deflected. Keeping with it is Darien.
And that's a hard whistle, another corner.
So 3 straight penalty corners for the Blue Wave. Holt once again the inserter. She inserts it once again to Johns. Gets past Johns, trying to stay with it. Over to Benoit. Benoit puts the shot up and deflected there by New Canaan. Staying with it is the Blue Wave, Hapgood. And it's knocked away by New Canaan. Through balls, McGuckin.
And another corner.
For the 4th straight time, Darien will have a penalty corner.
See if they're going to switch anything up here. it looks like they're getting some instruction from over on the bench.
Number 17, Morgan Massey, has subbed into the game for the Blue Wave. Darien's had 4 attempts on the penalty corner, each time coming closer and closer to the back of the cage. Holt with the insert to Wilkes. Sends it over to Benoit. Benoit puts the shot up. Stopped once again by the New Canaan defense. Benoit keeps it in. Wilkes tried to make a move, and Parsons Hills will come away with it. Darien with the restart, strikes it, and kept in by New Canaan. Nearing the end of the first quarter.
She slowed down, yeah. It's New Canaan ball, so they're going to bring it back to where the foul was.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. No score in the 2021 FCAC Championship. You are watching the DAF Media Network, a joint production with DAF Media and NCTV in conjunction with Local Live. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Casa Grande Field on the campus of Brian McMahon High School for the start of the second quarter in the FCAC Championship between the Blue Wave and the Rams. Casey Benoit with the aerial ball over to New Canaan. Braden Shank and Clara Ambrose with you. So glad you could be with us on this Thursday night. Chilly Thursday night, 43 degrees.
Luckily, it's not raining like it was 2 years ago. And it was a little rain on Tuesday as well. It's a gorgeous night.
Once again, New Canaan in their home white jerseys. They are the lower seed, so they're technically the home game or home team for this match. Darien in their road blue jerseys. Striked in off of a Darien player. And Johns will restart it.
Some pressure on Victoria Stockdale when we've got looks like a Darien freshman coming in here on the left side. It's Hope Hapgood, I believe. Ryan Hapgood's younger sister.
Hope Hapgood, another call up from the JV team for these tournaments. That one's striked in and past the end line. Going to New Canaan. Ball moving around. New Canaan trying to flip the field. Stopped by Darien. Past Massey.
Here's Izzy Shue trying to get some momentum, and it's still their ball. Izzy Shue on Tuesday had the game winner with a great placement shot in double overtime to win it for New Canaan.
New Canaan sophomore, a big goal in her career, sending New Canaan to this match here tonight. Canaan with the restart on the 30-yard line. And past her teammate, past the end line. Going to the Blue Wave. Passing the ball around, Benoit sends it over to Holt. Keeping with it. Sends it over to Hapgood. McGuckin putting the pressure on.
Shauna Ferraro out to Zoe Bennett for New Canaan. Just a little bit of a miss hit there into Victoria Stockdale from Darien, and picked off by still New Canaan ball. Shauna Ferraro trying to get something going here.
Sends it into the circle to Barron. Barron puts the shot up. And Darby's going to let that one go.
Just wide on the far post.
That was another thing we saw on Tuesday. New Canaan had those big penalty corners late, and they missed wide on a good chunk of them coming down the home stretch. So I got to imagine head coach Snedeker and the Rams maybe change some of that in practice and preparation for this match.
I'm sure they had some discussion about placing those players on the posts when those balls are coming in.
Canaan will move it around.
Jane Holland to Kira Cooney. Kira Cooney trying to gain some ground.
Pass Ferraro to Barron. Being double teamed by Darien. And Holt will send the aerial ball over to Hapgood.
Yeah, foot just outside the circle, so it's going to be a Darien ball.
Stockdale will send that one into the circle. Sent it to McGuckin.
Yeah, ball didn't go 5 yards, so it's going to be coming out in Cannon's ball.
Canaan with the restart. And turned over there to Wilkes. Wilkes will shoot that one all the way down. Fighting for it was Hapgood.
And Polly Parsons with that reach of hers. Now carrying downfield. Through ball out to Molly Mitchell.
And was looking for Barron. Massey makes the stop. And the whistle. We'll be giving it to Raina Johns in the Blue Wave. Johns sends it all the way downfield, and New Canaan's going to let that one roll. A little too hard from Raina Johns, and New Canaan will get it at the 20-yard line. Massey with the restart. Stopped by New Canaan. They're trying to clear it out. Ferraro with it. She'll complete a pass to Parsons Hills. Stopped by Wilkes.
It's just a battle in the midfield here.
That was actually Hope Hapgood with the stop.
Zoe Bennett out to, it looks like, Abigail Richardson for New Canaan, who just came in and stopped up by Zoe Bennett. And that will be her New Canaan ball. Quick restart.
Another whistle.
And the double team. Still New Canaan ball.
Canaan slowly marching it down the field. Parsons Hills being triple teamed by the Blue Wave.
And that foul is upgraded to a corner, even though it occurred outside the circle.
New Canaan's second penalty corner of the night. Last one they were unable to convert. They're going to huddle up and plan out what they're going to do.
Yeah, so the umpire has the discretion to upgrade a foul outside the circle up to a corner.
Shoe the inserter. Sends it. Shot is up. Stopped by Holt. And she will get it out to Wilkes.
Some nice 3D skills there on Darien.
Bennett. And Canaan will stay with it. Unable to get to that one is Richardson. And it will be given to the Blue Wave. Benoit sends that one to New Canaan. Parsons Hills now with it. Past Shoe and out of bounds.
New Canaan trying to put some pressure here.
Johns with it. Big hit. Over to Wilkes.
Nice ball.
And was trying to send the through ball to Hapgood.
Yeah, stopped up by New Canaan defense, Rachel Gillio.
That one sent to Ryan Hapgood. Makes a nice move. Ryan Hapgood with it. Sends it into the circle, off the deflection. The ball's loose. Gilman with the save. New Canaan just going to try to clear it out. Darien player on the ground. Stockdale with it. Sends it to Holt. Holt sends it back into the circle. And Darien will be given the penalty corner. We take another look at it. The shot to Gilman. Sliding down, making the save. The goal wide open. Great job by the New Canaan defense to just knock that away. Maddie Holt once again to insert it for the Blue Wave. Sends it to Johns on the top of the circle. Johns puts the shot up.
Trying to get that shot off.
Gilman. And that ball will be turned over. Taking another look at it. Strong shot from Raina Johns. And it was actually a New Canaan defender who made the stop.
Yeah, it looks like it just hit a Darien foot, so ball coming out from there. Nice effort.
Darien gonna try and send that one past the end line, despite the efforts from Blake Wilkes.
Rachel Gilio trying to get it to Polly Parsons Hills.
Ferraro with it. Sends it to Richardson. Once again,
nice
moving
ball
it.
out to Zoe Bennett, looking for that through to Molly Mitchell.
Mitchell does come away with it. And the whistle's giving it to the Blue Wave.
Both teams just really, really strong with the pressure and those double teams. You can't really hold on to the ball too long before you're going to have that pressure.
Parsons Hills with it. Past a couple defenders, being contested. And coming away with it was Ruthie Miller, newly entered into the game. Passing it. And finds Mitchell. Johns with it. Buchanan putting up a double team, and Johns will lose it. Buchanan now transitioning into the offense. Mitchell sends it, and Darby will smartly let that go outside of the circle.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was not a goal, even though we heard all the celebration.
Darby thought about making the save and just realized it was smarter just let it go in the net. And that one's sent to Ferraro.
Ferraro gets the call just outside the circle.
Zoe Bennett now with it.
A little trick move behind her back.
Sent in by Ferraro, stopped by Darien. Maddie Holt sends it to McGuckin and turned away by Jane Holland.
Yeah, third-party obstruction on New Canaan, so it's Darien ball.
Savino, also newly entered into the game, gets it over to Stockdale. Barron re-enters for the Rams. Benoit, aerial ball. All the way to Kapok in the circle. And that one will go past the end line, turning it over to the New Canaan Rams. 2 minutes to go before the half. Knotted up at 0 in the FCAC Championship. Stockdale over to Benoit. Stopped by Parsons Hills. Overshoots Bennett. Staying with it. Despite the efforts from Bach, the umpire's whistle will give it to New Canaan. And now McGuckin putting the hustle on. Shoots it up, stays with it. Past Bach, and New Canaan will just hit that out of play. Holt sends it back to Johns. Over to Benoit.
Just out of bounds here.
Massey off the stick of Barron. And she will try it again. Ruthie Miller with it. Canaan comes away with it. Parsons
Nice
Hills.
stick work, and she's accelerating up the field.
Will be New Canaan ball. 20 seconds left to play. Canaan gonna pass it around. Over to Bennett. And that will take us to the half. No score. Clara, what did you see in that first half?
Just great, great defense, both sides. A lot of acceleration with the ball. You know, we were just saying this before, how you can't really carry the ball that much without being double teamed or having really heavy pressure. I think defensively in the circle, both teams have been doing a very good job of just clearing those out, even though both sides have had several corners.
It's been a defensive battle, no score. You were watching a joint production of the DAF Media Network and NCTV in conjunction with Local Live, our student production crew tonight. Connor Fagan, Ben White Shoeless, David Popson, Emily Fox, and Austin Grillo. No score. We'll be back in 6.5 minutes with second half field hockey in the FCAC Championship.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50-square-foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by Person to Person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
For more than 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien, offering our town's youth, emergency services, and community organizations an avenue to pursue innovation and excellence. Collaboration with you, the members of our community, has been vital to our mission. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure.
You're taking a look now at the FCAC bracket to this point. Got the quarterfinals, the two semis on Tuesday. Darien, Staples, New Canaan, Richfield, both in 2-1, and right there, Darien, New Canaan, the top two seeds playing in the championship. We welcome you back to Casa Grande Field. You're taking a look now at the student sections from both sides. Great turnout on a Thursday night. Darien in their blackout, New Canaan in the red. It's always good when there's some school spirit out here.
Teams are switching sides, so they'll each play 2 quarters on one side. So for the third and fourth quarters, New Canaan will start with the ball. So it's Molly Mitchell sending it back to Polly Parsons Hills.
Mentioned clear, they switch sides. New Canaan now moving from right to left on your screen in their home white jerseys. Darien moving from left to right in their road blues. Once again, this is the 2021 FCAC Field Hockey Championship. A lot at stake, and a winner will be crowned tonight.
Darien given a corner because of a New Canaan player engaging her and not giving 5 yards outside the circle inside the 25. So it's a Darien corner.
Just 40 seconds into the quarter. Darien will try their 6th attempt at a penalty corner. Maddie Holt, the inserter.
And they switch sides on the insert.
Sends it to Benoit. Benoit, high shot. Stick save by Gilman. The next shot is up, and Gilman makes another save.
Amazing save by Grace Gilman.
We're going to take another look at it. An outstanding save by the New Canaan senior Grace Gilman to keep us tied at 0.
Great attempt on that flick. Grace Gilman, who'll be going over to Lehigh in the fall, just a foot here on New Canaan. So it's a Darien ball.
The aerial ball.
Outstanding save.
Knocked down by Parsons Hills. Came up with it was McGuckin, but it will be turned over to New Canaan. Braden Shank and Clara Ambrose with you. So glad you could be with us on this Thursday night from Brian McMahon High School for the FCAC Championship 2021.
We just saw Kira Cooney, also another senior captain, playing center back for New Canaan, carry the ball probably 30 yards up the field, trying to get through the Darien defense.
Double teamed and coming away with it is New Canaan. Whistle is blown. And Stockdale will restart it.
No call.
Molly Reed. Shoved away by Benoit. Casey Benoit with it. Sends it to Wilkes. Wilkes keeps it in, but is turned over to the Rams.
Just a little misstep here. Izzy Shoe, it's Darien ball.
Over to McGuckin. Finds it to Stockdale. She retreats it back to Holt. Holt, strong ball through. Hapgood misses. And it will be going to the Rams. Once again, staying with the Rams. Hit way downfield. And past the end line. And still rolling.
One of Polly Parsons-Hill's signature moves is that reverse hit pass, and it comes back to New Canaan. Turned over.
Benoit with it. Sends it to Blake Wilkes. Tried to send it in the circle, knocked away by New Canaan. Benoit keeping the pressure on. Sends it all the way up to Hapgood. Hapgood keeps it, sends it into the circle. Shot is up by McGuckin. Kick save from Gilman.
Two good saves so far.
Grace Gilman has been peppered with those shots tonight and has been flawless with the saves. We take another look at it. And the whistle will be clearing it out. Taking another look once again at that Gilman save from a couple seconds ago. Molly Reed loses it. Wilkes gets it to McGuckin. Tried to send it in the circle, knocked away by Kira Cooney.
It's a New Canaan ball coming out now.
Cooney with it. And at the 20-yard line will make the short pass to Parsons-Hills. Wilkes fighting with it. And Massey will be giving it to Wilkes for the restart. Sends it past McGuckin.
Kira Cooney just clears it out to the right side.
Maddie Holt brings it into the Darien attacking 25. He's looking for Hope Hapgood. And being knocked to the ground, no call.
Zoe Bennett to Shauna Ferraro, seeing if they can create some offense here. Nope, stopped up by Darien.
McGuckin with it. And the whistle will be awarding Darien with their 7th penalty corner of the night. Darien has had 6 previous attempts at these corners, have come so close to scoring, but has been unable to convert it to a shot in the back of the cage. Holt with the insert to Benoit on the near side. Benoit puts the high shot up. Gilman makes the save.
Another flick and another save.
Holt sends it back in the box. Raina Johns with it. Whiffs on it.
Just a miss hit, and now quickly trying to transition. Oh, the ref is going to call that back.
We take another look at it. To Casey Benoit, she tried to flick it high, and Gilman sticks the blocker up, knocks it down. And what a game Grace Gilman has had. That's twice now Darien has tried to go high with it, and twice that she has denied them. Pass Hapgood. New Canaan with it. Darien will have possession of the ball. Maddie Holt.
Yeah, so the umpire did issue a card. So Darien is down one player. Let's see if New Canaan will be able to capitalize on that.
Raina Johns, I believe, got the card for Darien. Now New Canaan, Molly Reed loses it to Massey. Holly Parsons Hills brings it for New Canaan. Sends it over. And that one is sent in the circle. Darien will knock it away.
Zoe Bennett trying to get something down in the baseline. He's going to kick it back to Jane Holland, and let's see.
Tripped up there, and it will be given to the Blue Wave. Darien with the restart. Nice move there on the far side. New Canaan now with it. Parsons Hills sends it. Parsons Hills with it.
And out to Zoe Bennett.
That one is striked in. Here's Darien. Blake Wilkes with it. And the whistle.
They're on the ground here.
Staying with the Rams. Parsons Hills. Stopped by McGuckin. But the Rams will keep it thanks to the whistle. Stopped by Johns. She's going to try to flip the field. Tripped up by New Canaan. And that one is shot all the way downfield. Hapgood hustling for it.
And saves the ball. Great hustle.
Hope Hapgood, a freshman on this Blue Wave team, showing the hustle and dedication on that one, saving it and giving the Blue Wave offense an opportunity.
And again, we were just talking about how strong the defense has been here. You know, even though she was able to maintain and get that ball, you know, Rachel Giglio did a nice job clearing the ball out for New Canaan.
Whistle's going to stop play, and it will be given to the Blue Wave. Turned over to the Rams. 3.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Barron. Will shoot it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Rams. Benoit with the interception. And despite it, it's staying with New Canaan.
Jane Holland here with the ball. Going to transfer out.
Molly Reed. At possession. And New Canaan, Parsons Hills passes it to Ferraro. Shot of Ferraro. Pushed down to the ground, and it will be given to Darien.
Both teams just very susceptible to that, double teams.
Raina Johns gets it back to Benoit.
One touch up the field.
Parsons Hills, midfield, gets it over
Nice.
on the close side.
Nice pass out to the then stopped up by Blake Wilkes.
And now Kate Bach will try her luck.
Nice stick work here, just got a foot, so remains Darien ball.
Morgan Massey with the restart at the 30-yard line. Short little pass, through ball to Kate Bach. Canaan will come away with it.
Picked off by Polly Parsons Hills back there. Both teams just really have many players with very good stick work.
Aerial ball will be awarded to the Blue Wave. Nice trap there. Short little pass, Barron hustling for it and cannot get there.
Less than a minute here left in the third quarter.
Boyd and Shu caught up there. Massey will come away with it. Was looking for Blake Wilkes. Intercepted by Molly Reed. Whistle is blown. Mitchell unable to maintain possession. And after that one is shooted out of bounds. It's actually kept in bounds by New Canaan. And the clock, only a few ticks left. We are 3 quarters down, scoreless. Darien and New Canaan, the FCAC Championship. You are watching a joint production between the DAF Media Network and NCTV 78 in conjunction with Local Live. When we come back, 12 more minutes of field hockey and a highly anticipated matchup. 45 minutes down, 15 to play in the 2021 FCAC Championship. Once again, this is a joint production between the DAF Media Network and NCTV in conjunction with Local Live, our all-student production crew consisting of students from Darien High School and New Canaan High School. Connor Fagan, Ben White-Chulis, David Popson, Emily Fox, and Austin Grillo. Our DAF Media Advisor, Damian Andrew. Braden Shank and Clara Ambrose with you. So glad you could be with us for the conclusion of this FCAC Championship match. Canaan will start with the ball. In a hard-fought game by both sides so far.
Blake Wilkes with the ball here, trying to get it through. Just hit a New Canaan foot, so it's still Darien ball. Kate Buck trying to...
Whistle staying with the Blue Wave.
Ashley Stockdale trying to get his shot in.
Now will be turned over to New Canaan. Once again, an FCAC champion will be crowned tonight. It'll be Darien picking up their 14th all-time, or New Canaan picking up their 9th all-time. Last time these teams met in an FCAC championship, 2014, where the Rams outlasted the Wave 2-0. That was the last time New Canaan won the FCAC. And you look at a team like Darien, 5 out of the last 7 FCAC titles going to the Blue Wave, most recently tying with Staples in the 2019 FCAC final. Sent over to Molly Reed.
Yeah, 2 years ago was an exciting game between Darien and Staples. My own daughter was actually playing at the time, and ended in a tie.
If I remember correctly, that was another game similar to this one, a defensive battle all throughout. Neither team could put a goal up on the board so far.
Very, very physical game. This is a physical game, but still pretty clean. We really haven't seen much in terms of cards.
They're going to say Wilkes touched the out-of-bounds line, and New Canaan will be given the ball at the 40-yard line. Moving it around. Parsons Hills with a nice move, staying with it. Little flick over to Shu. Turned away by Johns.
Just mistrapped by Darien, so a New Canaan ball. Polly Parsons trying to get the ball through within midfield. New Canaan trying to put a lot of pressure on the Darien backfield. Raina Johns able to get it out.
Blake Wilkes with it. On the near side, knocked away by Ferraro.
It's probably difficult to see on the screen, but the game is very physical. Darien foot, so it's coming out. Kira Cooney with the ball for New Canaan.
Cooney winding up and hits it off the stick of a Darien player. Wilkes with it. Quickly stopped by Reed. Shu fights forward, gets it to Ferraro. Massey letting that one go, giving possession to the Blue Wave.
Molly Mitchell here with the ball, seeing if she can get through.
Hope Hapgood has re-entered the game for the Blue Wave in the place of Molly McGuckin. Rena Johns hustling with it. Knocked to the ground.
Looks like we're going to get a card here.
Clock
Polly
has
Parsons
stopped.
Hills. Green card, 2 minutes.
So for the next 2 minutes, New Canaan will be playing with a man down. Parsons Hills sent off with the green card. Johns will restart it at the 35-yard line. Holt. Get it over to Stockdale. Stockdale with the spin move. Sends it in the box. Darien fighting with it. Wilkes. It's Hapgood.
Just out.
We'll send it out of the end line.
Jane Holland out to Zoe Bennett. Trying to outlet. Stop by Darien.
Darien with it. Past both Hapgoods and through the end line. Action on the far side of the field. Pass Holt, and she will send it back, retreating it to Johns. Cross field to Massey.
It's going to stay Darien ball.
Blake Wilkes. Knocked down by Ferraro.
Yeah, foot on New Canaan. Ashley Stockdale for Darien with the ball. Tries to get it inside.
Kate Bach with it. Sends it. Centers it. And the whistle will call it off. Ryan Hapgood took an attempt at it, but the whistle stops her.
Kira Cooney trying to get it started quickly for New Canaan. It's still New Canaan ball. Shauna Ferraro trying to start something. As a field hockey player, it's always frustrating sometimes when you try to get that momentum and then the ref calls you to move the ball back to where the foul actually occurred.
Especially when you're trying to do that fast-paced offense late in the games.
Just a Darien foot. So here we go. They are going to have to move the ball back to where the foul occurred again.
Polly Parsons Hills bringing it back to the 25-yard line.
And Polly just doing a really nice job of controlling in the middle. She'll be going to Cornell. Just a junior right now. Rena Johns with the ball, trying to outlet. Nice job. Okay, Darien ball here.
I mentioned Claire, Polly Parsons Hills heading off to Cornell. Her mom, Kari Hills, also went to Cornell. So some legacy there. And the ball moving around on the far sideline.
Yeah, and I believe Kari was just recently also inducted into the Connecticut Hall of Fame for field hockey for her achievements. Rena Johns with the ball.
So the bottom line there, Polly comes from a very long line of field hockey. Has it in her blood, if you will.
I think so. I think there's some good genes going on there.
Canaan with the opportunity here. Molly Reed. Stopped by Stockdale. Ferraro.
That was just a great tackle.
Bennett. Try her luck. Kept in by New Canaan. And Benoit will smartly just shoot that one out of bounds.
So 6 minutes left in this last quarter. It's still tied As we saw in the semifinal game between New Canaan and Richfield, if it ends in a tie in regulation, there are 2 OT 10-minute 7v7 sessions, and it's sudden death. So whoever scores first wins.
It's also important to note, unlike the semifinals, at the conclusion of a second overtime, it would be co-champions. Technically not a winner needed for this match.
Yes, this happened between Darien and Staples in the FCX. It also happened between Darien and Staples several years ago in the CIAC state final as well, where they were co-champions after 2 OTs and a shootout.
Canaan with it. Parsons Hills. Aerial ball knocked down by Mitchell. Canaan once again playing to the whistle.
That's a Darien ball on those aerials. Consider it dangerous.
Johns, big hit. Intercepted by New Canaan. Ferraro with it. Stopped by Johns.
A good tackle on Rayna Johns.
That one will roll all the way past the end line.
Yep. Rachel Gilio just intelligently just watching the ball go out of bounds and not playing it.
Stockdale sends it one. And just to the right of the net. Cooney will send it to Ferraro. Gets it over to Reed.
Stockdale with the ball. Nice move. New Canaan foot, so Darren will maintain the ball.
Tori Stockdale. Give it over to Casey Benoit. Benoit. Stockdale had it for a second. Ferraro gains possession of it. Shauna Ferraro gets it out to Carolyn Barron. Coming out of nowhere was Holt, made a quick stop on it. Whistle keeping it with the blue wave. Hapgood loses it.
Jane Holland with the tackle, trying to outlet it up for New Canaan.
Johns. Past Massey. And New Canaan will get an opportunity late in this one. 2.5 minutes left to play. Parsons Hills sends it off the deflection. Shu keeps it in and will not get past the end line. Darien moving it along that far sideline. Ferraro trying to get past her defender, Stockdale. Whistle will save the blue wave on it. McGuckin.
Nice stop by Kira Cooney.
Teams exchanging the ball now in the midfield. Over to Ryan Hapgood. Hapgood. And Darien will be given the penalty corner.
I'm not sure if there was a foul right before, but the New Canaan defense hit the ball over the end line, and that would be a corner.
Darien will huddle up. The clock will remain to tick. 1:20 left to play before overtime. We are awaiting the Darien penalty corner. Maddie Holt will be the inserter. Wilkes, Johns, Hapgood, Benoit, Hapgood and McGuckin around the circle. Once again, Stockdale right behind them.
Inserting back over to the left side.
Inserts it to Johns on the top of the circle. Raina Johns stopped by the New Canaan defense, and Darien will be awarded another penalty corner. Attempt number 9 for the Blue Wave. 33 seconds left to play. Darien bringing all of their attackers on. Actually calling them back. Holtz with the insert. Raina Johns at the top of the circle. Johns dribbling with it, staying with it. New Canaan putting the front. Ball's loose, the shot, and it will be cleared out to New Canaan.
Great defense.
Canaan gonna take their time on this. It looks like they might just let the clock run out. And we have played a full 60 minutes. We will be heading into golden goal overtime for the second consecutive FCAC championship. Clara, what did you see here in regulation?
I think you're right. I think it was a defensive game. You know, both teams have a lot of acceleration and the ability to get those through balls, and neither team was able to capitalize on that, whether from the regular field or on corners. So just really a great game to watch.
These teams did meet in the regular season in another exciting match. There were goals in that one. New Canaan won that one 2-1, but we've had an exciting one on hand this afternoon. When we come back, overtime in the 2021 FCAC Field Hockey Championship. You are watching the DAF Media Network, a joint production with DAF Media, NCTV 78, in conjunction with Local Live. We'll be back in 4.5 minutes for overtime.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50-square-foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by person to person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
For more than 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien, offering our town's youth, emergency services, and community organizations an avenue to pursue innovation and excellence. Collaboration with you, the members of our community.
We are back here, ready for overtime. Sudden victory overtime. Ten-minute sudden victory overtime in the FCAC Championship. Second year in a row that this is the case. 2019, Darien and Staples met in the FCAC Championship. 0-0 through regulation and 0-0 in the two overtimes. John's moving it. Long pass.
Grace Gilman just letting it go over the end line. So we have 7v7, so 6 field players, 1 goalkeeper. Although we were talking that if they decide to pull the goalkeeper, they can do that as well, and then play with 7 field players.
Mitchell dribbling with it. Stop. And here's Darien now. Pass over to Benoit.
Good speed.
Benoit has possession of it. Tried to send it past Giglio. And will be turned over to New Canaan. If you're just joining us, you're missing an exciting field hockey championship, a defensive battle between the Blue Wave and the Rams. Braden Shank and Clara Ambrose with you. So glad you could be with us on the DAF Media Network, NCTV, and on Local Live. Canaan, strike that one. Rena Johns over to Wilkes. Sends it past the end line.
Probably intending for it to go more inside as opposed to over the end line.
Once again, a goal will win this and send one team home happy. In the case that we get through this overtime and another one, not going to get that too far in advance. We would have co-champions.
Zoe Bennett here with the ball.
Canaan now. Bennett, short little pass. And Canaan's going to dribble with it. Tripped up, and it will be a penalty corner going to the New Canaan Rams.
So Polly Parsons Hills just tripped up just out inside the 25. So the referee is upgrading that foul to a corner.
Once again, in the semifinal on Tuesday, New Canaan had what felt like a ton of penalty corner opportunities down the stretch and in overtime. They missed them all wide, so they're going to try to fix something here and try to beat Lindsay Darby and win the FCAC championship for New Canaan.
And also on the 77, as we saw on Tuesday's game, you're going to have one less defender back inside the cage.
Shu, the inserter, inserts it over to Parsons Hills. Passes it. Bennett, stopped by Rena Johns. And another penalty corner. Canaan has been, on the numbers side, outnumbered by Darien on the penalty corners. But they are going to try one yet again.
You just need one.
And at this point, one would win you an FCAC title.
crowds from both sides just cheering incredibly loud. You can't hear it.
Zoe Bennett, Molly Mitchell, and Polly Parsons-Hills around the circle. Gilio right behind them. Insert. Parsons-Hills gets behind her. Gilio with it. Passes it over to Mitchell. That's actually Bennett. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell. Short little pass will be blown to Darien.
Little mishit, so Darien. Ball coming out. And another down player.
Lena Johns.
Again, just a really physical game.
Intercepted by New Canaan. Stopped by Darien. Stockdale with it. Bringing it across midfield.
Foot race between Izzy Shue and Ashley Stockdale. Ashley comes up with the ball.
Stockdale gonna let that one go. Ball staying in the Blue Waves' favor. Benoit sends it past McGuckin. Out of play.
Gilio just gets a stick on it and deflects it.
Garrett Cooney, senior captain for New Canaan, will strike that one. Intercepted by Benoit. Casey Benoit gets it over to Stockdale. Stockdale now. New Canaan player loses her stick. Blocked by Cooney. Staying with it is Stockdale. Intercepted by Shue. Grabbed once again by Stockdale. She is tripped up. No call.
A tackle by Polly Parsons. She's coming down the field. Eliminates.
Parsons-Hills still dribbling with it. And is tripped up. And the clock will stop. A green card, I assume, is coming. The players are still. Whistle is blown there. The clock stopped with 4:14. Maddie Holt talking with the umpire. It looked like there might have been some after contact on it. Parsons-Hills was pushed to the ground, and the referees will conjure on this. We potentially might see a green card or even worse. If this game couldn't get any crazier, it just did.
Wow.
And
emotions are high. So Darien player will be carded.
And I assume they gave her the green card on that.
I can't tell from here if it's a green or a yellow. Yellow would be 5 minutes, and we'll go through the end of the OT time. Looks like we have just over 4 minutes on the clock.
Once again, the clock stopped with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to play. Darien will be playing with a man down. So it was 6-on-6 on the non-goalie side, and that will be 6-on-5 in New Canaan's favor. This is a golden opportunity for the Rams. Izzy Shue will be the inserter. Shauna Ferraro, Polly Parsons-Hills, and Zoe Bennett around the circle. The FCAC championship potentially could be won here. Shue with the insert. Parsons-Hills, right back to Shue. Off of Johns, and it will be turned over.
Just high, so it's coming out. Darien's going to try and kill this clock.
Once again, we did not see if Holt got the green card or the yellow card. Pass was looking for Bach, intercepted. The only difference there would be an extra 3 minutes off the field.
Which is huge to be playing down for that long. So
3 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in this FCAC championship match. Gilio with it.
So New Canaan really at an advantage with the player up in a 7v7. It's a lot of ground to cover.
And once again, for at least the next minute, New Canaan is a man up, 7-on-6. Benoit tried to maneuver her way past New Canaan defenders. Barron hustling for it. Sends it to Ferraro. Shauna Ferraro with it. Stays with it. Trip to the ground. And it will be awarded to New Canaan. Fans now starting to get into this. Kapok will sub out Maddie Holt. So
Raina Johns with the interception.
it's actually Ryan Hapgood re-entering the game. Holt still out with the card. Julio with it. She sends it. And that one will roll past the end line. And the clock will slowly dwindle its way down. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in this overtime. Once again, if they are tied, they will advance to a second overtime. Johns, being double teamed by New Canaan, will hit it to the open field and out of bounds.
So it was a green card, and Darien's now back to full strength.
Maddie Holt will re-enter the field of play. We are back, both teams back to even strength, 7-on-7. Molly Mitchell also re-entering the game for the Rams. Right to Molly Mitchell, and she will send it. Through ball to Barron. And the whistle is blown. New Canaan once again playing right up into the whistle and some more. Just outside of the circle. Passing it back. Bennett with it. Little ball up in the air to Mitchell. Mitchell keeps it in. Puts the shot up. It's just wide. And will clear it.
Out.
Massey will restart it. 80 seconds left to play in this overtime. Blake Wilkes enters in overtime for Darien, subbing in. McGuckin will come away with it. Darien now going to try to get something going. McGuckin over to Benoit. Benoit to Wilkes. Wilkes puts the shot up, just high. And we remain scoreless.
A lot of juice on that reverse hit.
And there's 2 balls in play. The ref is going to blow that one off. Julio and Cooney both started bringing the ball up.
And Polly Parsons-Hills is off the field. She's been instrumental with this New Canaan team. Here, Cooney.
New Canaan now.
Here comes Zoe Bennett.
Benoit putting the pressure on. And the whistle will stop play. The clock will stop. And Darien will once again, it's New Canaan actually, with the green card. 17.9 seconds to play. Number 13, Zoe Bennett, will leave with the green card. So for the last 17 seconds and for the early parts of the second overtime, New Canaan will be a man down. Casey Benoit at the 35-yard line, ready to restart it. 20 seconds put up on the clock. And she will hit it crossfield to Hapgood. Hapgood dribbling with it. Sends it in the circle to McGuckin. Stopped by New Canaan. Big stop for the Rams. Man down.
And the clock will run out here.
Only a couple ticks left. And we are through the first overtime. Still scoreless. Clara, what do you think is going through the players' minds right now?
I think that there's just a lot of desperation on both sides. No one wants to be in this situation. And it's just very difficult to play 7v7 full field for two whole sessions. So I'm sure the coaches are just trying to figure out how are we going to get that ball inside the net.
That will be a 2-minute intermission here. You also got to remember, Clara, back in the semifinal on Tuesday, New Canaan scored within the first couple minutes of double overtime. Do you think the Blue Wave watched that film? Do you think they're going to learn anything there to try to stop the Rams in the early goings?
I'm sure both teams studied the games from Tuesday and took notes on that overtime. So New Canaan actually, you know, they have a little bit of experience, I guess, because they had to do it on Tuesday.
And once again, 2019 FCAC Championship, 0-0 tie between Darien and Staples. We are here 2 years later, same location, Darien, New Canaan, tied at 0, about to enter the second overtime. You are watching a joint production of the DAF Media Network and NCTV 78 in conjunction with Local Live. Our student production crew tonight, all student volunteers from Darien High School and New Canaan High School, Connor Fagan, Ben White-Shoeless, David Popson, Emily Fox, and Austin Grillo, our DAF Media Advisor, Damian Andrew, Braden Shank, and Clara Ambrose with you. In about 45 seconds or so, the teams will take the field and about to begin the second overtime. Once again, the DAF Media Network is a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Second overtime coming up in just a bit.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
Seven years ago, these teams met in the FCAC Championship. We are back here in 2021. 0-0 our score. Second overtime about to begin. Darien and New Canaan, one of the biggest rivalries in the FCAC, regardless of the sport. And this field hockey championship has not disappointed. Once again, New Canaan will start man down for the next minute and a half or so. Green card was given to Zoe Bennett before the conclusion of overtime. So Darien will play 7-on-6. New Canaan will start with the ball. Teams will switch sides.
They're just running the masks from one goal to the other.
Canaan will start with it. Moving from left to right now on your screen in their home white jerseys. Darien and the Road Blues moving from right to left. Strong hit off the stick of Wilkes and out of bounds. New Canaan will start with it. If you're just joining us, an exciting night for field hockey. Back and forth battle, defensive battle. And no team has been able to crack the scoreboard. Crack the score column, I should say. Braden Shank and Clara Ambrose with you. So glad you can be with us.
Darien ball, aerial. Looks like it's going right over.
Swing and a miss on it. Darien with the opportunity. McGuckin hustling for it. On the break. Pass. The shot. It's in! Darien wins it. The 2021 FCAC title returns to Darien. What a finish. Storybook ending for the Blue Wave. Head coach Mo Minikis and the Blue Wave pick up their 14th all-time FCAC title. Blake Wilkes with the goal. We're going to take another look at the goal. What a way to end it.
Great goal. Great goal.
We're going to take another look at it. McGuckin caught the break, the fast rush, small little pass over to Wilkes, and she sends it to the back of the cage. And Darien, once again, your FCAC champions for 2021.
Great game just by both teams. You can see just when there's just a small little mishap, both teams had the capability to capitalize on that. It fell in Darien's favor this time, but I have to say both teams just excellent field hockey teams.
Clara, we mentioned New Canaan scored just moments into the second overtime on Tuesday. We thought they might have had something going for them. but a man down. Darien capitalized on that to open up the second overtime.
Yes, they did. Great strategy there. They pressed really high, took advantage of just a small little bobble and put the goal, put the ball in the net one time. One touch from Blake Wilkes. Great goal.
Once again, 2 years ago, Darien and Staples were here at Casa Grande Field. They went all the way through 2 overtimes, no score, and Darien has changed the fortune, and they have taken this one by a final score of 1-0 against New Canaan. We will stay with you for the trophy presentation as Darien will continue to celebrate as they are once again your 2021 FCAC Field Hockey Champions. Taking a look once again at the goal. The pass to Blake Wilkes sends it to the back of the cage. And Darien celebrating once again the FCAC champions. And Clara, you've played field hockey for what feels like your entire life here. How do you think this feeling is for Darien to come home with some nice hardware here today?
I think they're extremely excited, to have won it outright, as opposed to being co-champs, which is great as well. But, after coming off a year of COVID and being able to come back and just pull it together, I'm sure they're just extremely happy.
And as for a team like New Canaan, their first loss of the season. And these teams will be back. The state tournament will start up next week. They will both be playing in Class L, so there's a chance they could be meeting in Wethersfield for a state title. But as for now, Darien is your FCAC champions, picking up their 4th straight FCAC title. And we are awaiting the trophy presentation for head coach Mo Minikis and the Blue Wave. We're now going to turn it down to the field.
FCAC Western champions, Staples High School. Eastern champions, New Canaan High School. Runner-up trophy, FCAC 2021, New Canaan High School. Fantastic game, ladies. In the 2021 FCAC Field Hockey Championship, Darien High School. Captain, congratulations. All the players on the championship team will receive medals from their coach. And the MVP for tonight's game, number 21, Molly McGuckin. Congratulations, Lake. Great game. Good luck in the state tournament.
You're once again taking a look at the 2021 FCAC Field Hockey Champions, the Darien Blue Wave. Clara, great match tonight. I don't think we could have asked for anything more. 1-0, Darien took it. What were your final thoughts of the night?
Oh, just a fantastic game between both teams. I give it hats off to the coaches as well. They have a lot of depth and just really nice hockey. The skill level, I feel, in the last 3, 4, 5 years has just really been elevated in the FCAC, and I think it just goes to show when they get to the state tournament as well.
So once again, these teams will be back in action in the state tournament. Darien, your FCAC champions, head coach Mo Minikis, assistants Sherry Ramsey and Cardi Johns. And we'll have a nice celebration and head back to work next week in the tournament. Once again, you are watching a joint production of DAF Media Network and NCTV 78 in conjunction with Local Live. Our student production crew tonight, all student volunteers from Darien High School and New Canaan High School. Connor Fagan, Ben White Shoeless, David Popson, Emily Fox, and Austin Grillo, our DAF media advisor, Damian Andrew. Darien huddling up, taking the team photo, one that will go down in history. So for our entire production crew, Clara, thank you for coming on the broadcast. Another exciting one. 3 straight exciting matches here in this FCAC tournament. And for our entire production crew, Clara Ambrose, I've been Braden Shank. We thank you for watching DAF Media, NCTV, and Local Live, and have a nice night.